on today's episode of the Toy Chasers.
So we're just pulling out all kinds of just little nuggets of gold in this bin of trash.
Got a little crane action going here.
Dude, this doesn't make any sense. This just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
What do you guys got on this? Hey, look at us. Probably gonna get toasted on that one.
Star Wars and Transformers are awesome.
Does that say $6 to fucking park?
It does.
That's outrageous.
Do you got a dollar bill? I got a $5.
I got the parking.
Today we're gonna get really crazy and go to some flea markets to find nerdy stuff that we really don't need, but you know, we're nerds, so we're gonna go get it anyway. I'm not exactly sure why that's crazy, but we're doing it.
You know, for $6, they should at least guarantee you'll be able to get something. You should get like a coupon or something.
$2 off the damn concession or something, right?
Something. If you're $6 is a commitment at that point, man.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find something today.
We are going to the biggest flea market in our area. We've been going to this place for a very, very long time, the better part of 2 decades.
I'm not going because I have a life and I have responsibilities and duties to my family, so, you know, that's why you're not seeing me in this episode.
It's got 2 controllers, 3 games. Not bad, not bad. This place it's just not what it used to be for video games. I mean, you can still find some stuff, but what are you gonna pay? Seems to be that we can find way more toys here lately than good prices on video games. Yep, one sword. It's got 4 games. Let me see that.
Interesting.
I've said it before, I'm not gonna pay retail for a video game or a system at a flea market.
What you got on that?
95.
95? Okay. All right, thanks, sir.
Because the flea market vendor is not gonna have a return policy, so if that game does not work when I get it home, I just spent retail on a paperweight. It's gotta be cheap at the flea market if I'm gonna pull the trigger. So we're at this one booth, and something that immediately catches my eye is the turtle van. Now this particular one doesn't have a lot of the accessories. It's just basically the shell for the most part.
Turtles was my next toy line after G.I. Joe. It's kind of like went from He-Man to G.I. Joe to Turtles. So Turtles was like, it was one of those lines that we had quite a bit of.
I really didn't have any Turtles toys, but my cousin Chris, he had a lot.
Well, I've got sweat running down my back into my ass crack, and I have full-blown swamp ass.
I have nostalgia over some of the Ninja Turtle line because of some of the figures that he would bring over, and we'd play with them because, you know, that's what you do with toys. Just weird. I don't know. There was something weird about how that was phrased, and it kind of got worried. But I think that's okay. I mean, I don't think there's anything weird about that.
Hey, how much you asking on the turtle van? 15.
He's wanting $15 for it. It's really a shell. I don't know if that's good or not, but I really have no nostalgia for the turtle van. I'll pick it up for $2. Now, something he does have here, and immediately catches my eye right after I see the turtle van, it's a box full of the McDonald's Transformers.
I got a box of these. So Billy came across a box of changeables from the McDonald's Happy Meal toy lines. Now, they had several different releases on this. It was basically a Transformer. So it might be like the breakfast platter that transformed into a pterodactyl, because it was a dinosaur line at one point.
McDonald's new food changeables. Now you can change your favorite McDonald's food into amazing robots, like Frybot. One comes with each Happy Meal you buy. You can collect and change all 8 new food changeables at McDonald's.
Now, McDonald's released these in different series. There was some that transformed into robots. There were some that transformed into dinosaurs. I have a lot of nostalgia mainly over the burger and the fries. I had those two.
Eating out back then, especially with 6 kids, that was a treat. So we didn't really get to go out too often. So we might have had 1 or 2.
The thing that I really am fond of, though, is the glasses from like Burger King of like Star Wars and Alvin and the Chipmunks and the Muppets.
What do you got on these?
The whole segment, I'll do $20 on everything.
20. It's not terrible.
Now, I have a good portion of these, but there are a few that I don't have. I'm interested in this box. I want to try to get it cheaper because these all might be a bunch of doubles.
Would you willing to do 15?
20 will be mine. Yeah, 20.
You're
Because I know each one of those is probably like 5.
firm with 20? Yeah, it's, my issue is like I have several of them, so I don't really necessarily want the... Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the 15 then.
Do 15?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I'll do these for 15. There are a few in here I've never even seen before. There's an apple, then like a piece of meat.
They did a line of changeables where it was an apple, I think a sandwich. There was a couple of other things that were like, hey, look at us. We're still gonna feed you the same crap food, but here's a healthier toy in there.
It's insane how many things are out here and how much you can actually find. So many things to go through, and you have to kind of decide, do you want to just kind of rummage through it piece by piece?
So you got to find this balance of kind of skimming what's there. And maybe if something catches your eye, now go in and dig a little bit deeper.
Crap. You really have to kind of search thoroughly, because you will oftentimes just find that one little thing that's like, okay, this is here, so there's no telling what else may actually be here as well. So it's exciting. So I'm walking down the aisle, and maybe that's Eyes of the Hawk, maybe I have just an eagle eye, something sticking out of this bin that, oh yeah, lets me know I need to go through it because there could be gold in here.
What the hell?
When the evil shredder attacks, them turtle boys don't cut them no slack.
All right, this is encouraging. Got a little crane action going here.
So right on top of this pile of just random crap toys that nobody in their right mind would ever want is a vintage crane with his little walker.
Donatello, master of the staff. War! Leonardo, the katana blade. My God! Raphael, the sun. Don't throw this at home, kids! And Michelangelo, the...
Krang, the master brain from Dimension X, ally of the evil Shredder.
There might be more stuff in here just like it. And I see a cone sticking out, a bluish cone, and I know exactly what it is.
You gotta be freaking kidding me right now.
Thundercracker! Crane with the walker!
Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
We're under attack! It's the Decepticons! Get more Autobots!
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Transformers from Hasbro.
I'm old, grew up with G1 Transformers, that G.I. Joe 1A, 1B in terms of my favorite toy lines of all time. And the planes were always my favorite, along with the Dinobots.
So stupid Billy pulls out a Thundercracker.
That's a good point. It's vintage.
What?
It's vintage.
Man, I'm like, okay, that's a pull. That's nice.
And I remember this one particularly embarrassing occasion, playing with the G1 Transformers outside in one summer. A friend across the street who also had, I believe it was Skywarp. We both had ours, and we were going around the street having a dogfight going. You know, I mean, you're playing with your Transformers. That's what you do, right? And then, but then one of the neighbors, she was a little older. She was like a teenager, or whatever. We thought she was cute. You know how it is when you're a kid. It's like, oh, the older chick is here. Whoa, be cool, be cool. She came out with her friend, and they started watching us play with these, and then they started imitating us, going pew pew. And yeah, no, it was all downhill for me right after that.
Okay, yeah, there's not much telling what's in here right now.
It's literally just the shell. But still, I mean, it's a Thundercracker, and you're finding it in the year 2025 in a random bin of toys. I mean, look, that's something. That's a win. You have to take the wins any way you can get them these days because they come way fewer and far between.
borderline miraculous. That does not happen. And it certainly doesn't happen to this crew. So the fact that these guys stumbled upon this, I'm stunned.
So Billy has found Transformers in this tub. We're gonna take our time to dig through a little bit more.
Yeah, bow staff.
As I'm digging, I start finding Ninja Turtles accessories, a bow staff, etc.
So we're just pulling out all kinds of just little nuggets of gold in this bin of trash.
Oh.
Damn it. Man, damn it.
Okay, that's slipping. That is...
There's a buzzsaw in here. Buzzsaw, I love these. They're the cassettes that go inside Soundwave, which I love Soundwave.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
What's even more crazy than that is this buzzsaw. He has his guns. They go into the where the cassette part spins. The player spins the cassette. Why do I have to explain that? I feel old having to explain that.
Buzzsaw that has his accessories at a flea market in some random bin is unheard of.
That's what I'm looking for. There we go.
So I'm digging, and lo and behold, I find a wing to Thundercracker.
It's like, oh crap, what else is in here?
I'm digging, I find a fin.
You're telling me that there's a chance that this thing could have all its parts in here.
We might be able to complete this guy. Holy crap.
Oh my god, he starts pulling out all the pieces to this thing. Somehow, some way, this thing actually has the landing gear. I personally think that the landing gear is the thing that gets lost the most.
Wow. Holy crap. I cannot believe that. Except for the actual missiles that are in that.
So basically, I found almost everything except for the fists and the missiles that go into the guns.
And the fact that it's near complete, it's missing the missiles and that's it? Dude, I don't even understand what's going on here.
All right. How about? Give me $5. $5?
$5 being sold. Absolutely sold.
Tell you what, I'll give you 10 for the lot. Yeah.
I gave him another $5. I know, $10 is still, it's still less than what these guys go for.
For small parts like that. And
well, yeah, it all kind of goes to the same figure. Yeah.
It is crazy that we just came across this.
It's kind of wild to find like a 90% complete Transformer. Sometimes you run across like the body, but the wings, the accessories, they're usually always missing because they're detachable. They come off intentionally. So when you're a kid, you're taking off the accessories, goes under the couch, your mom's sweeping up. She's not looking for toy parts, goes in the trash. Besides, she's probably looking at me anyways.
This is one of those finds. You're like, all right, I guess it's still kind of worth coming out here and doing this.
ZZ Top, Elvis's Christmas album. What about that? This your booth? How much you asking? $5? All right, no, I'm good. Thank you.
What do you guys got on this? So here's something you don't see every day, a mini arcade. These were actually made by Coleco. These are really neat. I'm a buyer on this if the price is right.
Get him, Pac-Man! Stand back!
This is the official tabletop version of Midway's Pac-Man.
It looks the same.
And it plays the same. Monsters, power capsule sounds, even displays best score. And best of all,
You can take Pac-Man home.
I did not have these when I was a kid. I didn't know these existed until I started collecting.
They're glorified Tiger handhelds.
this is the official tabletop version of Midway's Pac-Man.
$10.
10? I'll take it for $10, man. Why not? Yeah, $10. I'm all right with that.
How old is that thing, man? In the 80s?
Yes.
Oh, it's not. It doesn't have the.
It is missing a connector to connect the batteries.
Does it have the hook up there for the battery?
Yeah, it's missing one of the springs. Would you do 5?
So with this piece missing, definitely going to try to get this for cheaper than $10.
Because
actually, it's missing the connections over here.
Yeah, it's missing the connections altogether.
I'll stay at 10, man. That's a old school one.
I mean,
it's up to you, man.
Yeah, give me $10. Why not? Even if it doesn't play, it's a good decoration piece.
I love how Jay is a cheap ass. Until I'm the one paying, then it's like, oh no, I'll do your first offer.
I mean, I guess if nothing else, they clean it up with the display table.
Yeah, there's that.
Any other time, it's oh yeah, well, you know, here's what's wrong with it.
I don't know who that is actually either.
So we came across another vendor here with some G1 Transformers.
So right here we have a 6-shot. Now this one came out after I had any more interest in Transformers. Didn't even know who this guy was, and I certainly don't have him or never had him.
6ショット出現 1 2君は6ショットを6つに変えられるかトランスフォームの謎をいくつ解けるか
I don't really collect Transformers unless I have some sort of nostalgia for them. He wants $45 for it, so I'm kind of out on the 6-shot.
Because the cops, yeah. Oh, I did not see that.
However, this Slag Dinobot, I am interested in, depending on what the price is.
Dinobot! Grimlock and Slag will stop Thundercracker.
Each sold separately.
More than meets the eye.
Transformer Dinobot Grimlock.
Outside of Grimlock and Swoop, the rest of my Dinobots do have some sort of like something wrong with them, either a really super loose joint or in some cases even like a leg missing. So I do look for upgrades if I can find them. I'm looking at this Slag right now. He's asking $25 for it. It's not perfect though. The jaw kind of has no sort of, well, it's loose.
I'm trying to figure out if this one's in better condition than the one I already have.
I don't know how much of an upgrade this would be for me. I might be just making a lateral move if I buy this at retail.
So I'm not sure if I want to, like, are you interested in it at all?
I did not own any Transformers growing up, and anytime I wound up with a Transformer for some reason, if someone brought it as a birthday gift or whatever, I usually wound up trading it off to Melvor for something.
In my mind, the justification was whenever they'd get a Transformers figure, it was they didn't deserve it as much as I did. I don't want to say blackmailing, but yeah, I mean, there was definitely some framing involved, but it wasn't hard because those kids were bad back in the day.
Personally, I don't like Transformers that much to want to pay retail at a flea market, so I'm not a buyer on these. I mean, it's still not bad.
It's not bad. And if I didn't have it, I would be in on it. But I already have them. They would just be an upgrade, and I'm not sure if that's in way more better condition than the one I already have to justify the upgrade.
Probably gonna get toasted on that one.
We aren't thinkers sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean a lot of times, so.
Right over, that's a vintage slipping moment right there.
We're done with traders. It's still early. We still got some time. Let's move on to the next one. Good pickup so far today.
It smells like a butt in here.
This next flea market we're at used to be a complete gold mine, a honey hole, if you will. But nothing is anymore.
Could rob out of this one to put in the other one.
Another mini arcade here. This is Miss Pac-Man. This one's a little crusty, missing the battery cover. Any old electronic, there's a big problem with corrosion, especially if the batteries are left in there. The batteries get bad over time, they wind up exploding, leaking battery juice all over the place, and it gets all crystallized and kind of just foobars it. But the battery compartment is clean.
How much?
That one is $7 for that one.
7? Ooh.
I hit her at 5 because why not? Where she can say is no.
You're 5?
Yeah, 5's good.
Done deal. Even if it doesn't work, it's gonna look good on a shelf as a display piece.
This is the official tabletop version of Midway's Pac-Man.
It's such a weirdly pervy freaking box cover.
I know it is. I know it is.
Too bad Jabba the doesn't have his other arm.
So Jay finds this vintage Jabba the Hutt missing an arm.
It's pick stuff up, Dave. There's a Jabba here, no arm. I'm not interested in it, and I have one.
The Force is back. The rebels won't tire till they see the last of the Empire. And Kenner's there with Star Wars Return of the Jedi Collection.
The next prisoner, Gamorrean guard. Gladly, Jabba the Hutt.
C-3PO, Gamorrean Guard, and Jabba the Hutt playset each sold separately.
Mr. Hutt, you've captured my friend.
Even though I didn't have a whole lot of Star Wars figures growing up, I'm very nostalgic for the toy line. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of my friends in the neighborhood actually, I say friends, I was a loser, but they had a ton of Star Wars toys.
Hey, do you know if Jabba? Do you know where his other arm is?
Let me check in my truck.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Star Wars and Transformers are awesome.
Mine has both arms.
Would it be weird if? Oh, come on.
Did someone record that?
Yeah, it's Los Doubles Hermanos. Am I saying that right?
One thing I love most about Star Wars toys is the box art for the boxes, and every time I come across one of the boxes for an affordable price, I pick it up. It's just, they look cool.
I have no reason why his arm fell off. It looked broken. It didn't look like it fell off.
How much for the armless Jabba?
Yeah. Like, I'll do $1 for the armless Jabba.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Shoot, for $1, yeah, you pick up an armless Jabba.
She's all like, why did you take $1 for that?
It's okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's face it, we're almost pushing 50 here, and we're going out at flea markets looking for toys designed for 8-year-olds. But you know what, damn it, I don't care. It was fun, and we found some awesome stuff.
It's been a good day as far as I'm concerned. I gotta be honest, we've needed it because we haven't found much lately. So, good day to be a toy chaser.
Catch him digging in his ass?
Yes.
Yep, about right.
I think the reason why they had good luck is because they took somebody with some morals along with them to kind of cancel out their bad karma. Somebody who's responsible and is an upstanding citizen of the community in Robbie. I think that might be a good strategy from here on out, actually, guys. Because you lowlifes, man.
Let's do that Care Bears countdown and send a wish out through the air. And send a wish out through the air. Just do that Care Bears countdown. Just when you need them, they'll be there. Just when you need them, they'll be there.
He is Crank.
He is Crank, yeah. Freaking thinks he knows it all, thinks he knows what's best. He's freaking
whiny.
Yeah, definitely whiny.
Oh my god, I'm a loser.
Maybe they didn't invite me because they don't like me. Not that it wouldn't be unwarranted, because I do get a lot of pleasure out of insulting these guys every chance I get. And maybe they just didn't want to put up with it this weekend. Can I blame them? No, I can't blame them.